One of Hollywood's most famous landmarks is having a facelifting. It used to be said that through these portals passed the world's most beautiful girls. Well, now all that has changed. Not that beautiful girls won't pass through the portals, but it's completely different. Here's the story now on Hollywood Backstage. Hollywood is a place of history and legend, but today, one of the legends of yesterday makes the transition to the present. Once upon a time, this was the magnificent showplace called the Earl Carroll Theater, where it was inscribed through these portals past the most beautiful girls in the world. And outside were Hollywood's greatest names and signature. It was one of Hollywood's most famous landmarks. Now, a new generation of stars like Chad and Jeremy have taken over and made of it a palace of rock and roll called the Hullabaloo. And now the famous names of motion pictures are being replaced by new and sometimes strange names like the Turtles, which is a singing group, not an animal act. This was a surprise. Gig Young just happened to be passing by. Paul Peterson, who wasn't born when the club opened, is now one of the stars whose name will replace those of James Cagney, Tyrone Power, Humphrey Bogart, Betty Davis. And young John Andrea is another of the name replacements, as well as a performer who will work the same stage as Sammy Davis, Jerry Lewis, and Red Skelton when the showplace became the Moulin Rouge and was one of the most famous nightclubs in the world. Now it's a showplace for the Palace Guard, the Mamas and Papas, them, and the Yardbirds. And where once entered the most beautiful, glamorous, and elegant ladies and gentlemen, you'll now see the young people in rather strange clothes whose main aim in life seems to be avoiding barbers and wiggling their hips. This ceremony officially marks the transition from what was the Earl Carroll Theater and the Moulin Rouge to the Hullabaloo. And the dictionary defines hullabaloo as a clamorous noise or disturbance, an uproar. Oh well, that's showbiz.